Hello, Aries. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, Cachet Tarot. I don't got a creator, but I do have Top That Publishing on the back here. Top That Publishing.com. If you're interested, feel free to freeze frame and check it out. I want to call it Top Hat so bad. So bad. Alright, Supportive Oracle Cards, Magical Spell Cards by Lucy Cavendish. Illustrated by Jesse Reish. Website is hayhouse.com. Feel free to freeze frame and check out that information at the bottom. That's where you'd find that. Okay. Aries. Oh, that's an interesting card to start with. You've got the Justice card, which isn't bad, but it's when it comes to astrology, whatever, it denotes your opposite. It denotes Libra, which is not a bad sign. No sign is good or bad, but it's very contrary. It's ironic because Aries and Libra both are very interested in the truth and getting things to work out correctly. Totally different ways to do it, though, and the way that Libra does it makes Aries feel like they're full of crap. The way that Aries does it makes Libra think that you guys are just rude. That's how those two match together, and it's funny because I have a few Aries traits in my chart, so I can relate to the Aries side. I don't think of myself as rude, but you know, when something needs to be said, I say it. So there's that. Somebody, you know how to handle certain people. Okay, so the Justice card here is coming in with the King of Swords for you, I'm noticing. There's a time in Aries' life where it's kind of like, I need to be effective. And I really kind of think this is more of a mature Aries energy. So no matter how old you may be, this is something that typically connects more in a mature energy in the sense of like, all right, I've seen what I've done in the past. I've seen me go into this guns a-blazing and just kind of fix a situation and doing my best for that. And I've also seen the fallout for that. And I don't have a super amount of patience for too much talking about it, like let's just fix it. But in certain situations with certain people, you will take the time and you will be more delicate with a conversation, not to a ridiculous point, but you'll think about it a little bit more and you'll choose your words a little bit better. You're still not going to beat around the bush very much, but you'll try to choose better words. It's kind of like I think this is an Aries thing, and you can tell me if I'm wrong. I can apologize for how I said something, but I can't apologize for what I said because I meant it. It's kind of like you say what you mean. It's kind of like I can't apologize for what I said because I meant it, but I can apologize for how I said it because maybe I didn't say it that harshly. Maybe. Maybe. Because I see you dealing with somebody that's kind of like they have their own ways, and it's kind of like you understand, like if I go too aggressive at this, they're going to work against me. It's like it's either one of two things. If I go too aggressive, they're either going to like just dig in their heels and not budge, or I'm going to motivate them to work against me. And we don't need that either. And you seem to understand that. And it's kind of like I'm looking to make something go correctly. I'm looking to make something go the right way. I don't want to get this person motivated to work, like not move at all, and I don't want them working against me. So I can speak a little bit better to the situation. You also seem to understand. I think you get this, but I'm going to just double check because I think you see this coming. Six of Pentacles, half in, half out, which is kind of the balance of a situation, and the Sun card. Okay, so this person, I feel like when I'm seeing the Sun card especially, I don't think you see this person as a bad person. Difficult, probably. Maybe, not guaranteed, but probably. But when you bring this forward, whatever you need to say, you know that they're not going to expect it. And you know that whoever it is, they feel like what they do is, they either believe in what they're doing, they feel like they're doing is right, or they think they're doing better than maybe they are. So they're not going to expect this. You got the Tower card, and I feel like it's for them, especially because it showed up on their side, but like for them in the sense of like, I think you're going to realize that they're totally not expecting this moment, or they're not expecting you to tell them what you're about to tell them. It's going to kind of upset the Apple card. So how we bring this forward is very important. It's kind of like, we don't want to go forward and kind of like, you know what, King of Pentacles, you're just doing that wrong and you're screwing everything up. We can't do that because that's going to really ignite some problems there, and then, yeah. But I feel like you also know, like, all right, if we want to make headway with the King of Pentacles, we got to show them what they're doing, the effect it's having, and where it's taking us versus where we want to be. It takes a little bit longer, but it's kind of like going into it softly in the sense of like, we're going to start out with, we're going to do the truth the whole way through either way. But it's kind of like, all right, you're doing this. This leads to that. That takes us over here. And then you're showing them what, I feel like they're going to start, like, this is what causing this and leading us here. And then I feel like they're going to start clicking in like, wait a minute, but that's not where we're supposed to be. And you're going to be like, I agree. That is not where we're supposed to be. And I feel like you're going to have to give them the minute to kind of soak that in. And then I feel like there's going to be another level of conversation, kind of like them explaining why they do it the way they do it. So-and-so taught me to do it this way. Nobody told me to do it any other way, and this is why I never knew to do it differently. And I feel like you're going to be like, yes, I agree. You weren't given the information to do it differently. But I think we both can agree where we're going versus where we want to be isn't working out. So we got to find a way to get it over where we want to be. This is how it would be done to get it where we want to be. It just kind of letting them, like, this is how it should be done now. And then I feel like when I see the King of Pentacles, that's not somebody who wants to waste their time. They want their time and effort to count. And they get very upset when they feel like their time and effort has been wasted, which is another level to this. Because when they see what they've been doing and where it's not taking them where they want to go, that's going to bend them out of shape. So if there's a way to salvage some of that, kind of like, okay, all that we have been doing, even though it's not taking us where we want to go, it's still used. We just want to make it more efficient, and we want to get it over to where it should be as soon as we can. And kind of like showing them the effort you have done is not wasted. It just could be more beneficial. If this person feels like all their efforts up to this point have been wasted, that's going to also cause an explosion, just to be fair. That makes me really nervous, so be aware of that. This person, I feel like if this is hitting, if they feel like all their effort has been wasted, you will have a big problem in your hands. That I feel like I don't know where it's going to go, but I feel like they're going to be very upset. And I'm just giving you a heads up on that, because I keep feeling it, like they're going to be very upset. So these two cards fell out very quietly, upside down as I was shuffling. It almost made me laugh, but I'm kind of cringing because I don't know what they're going to be. It's the High Priestess and the Chariot upside down. You might have to play buffer for this person. Okay, that I was not expecting. These energies you might have to keep away from the person you're helping. Because they don't like this person. That's okay. I mean, it's a general read. Take it with a grain of salt. I don't like how that feels, but yeah. These people, they might act. It's very frenemy energy. They also know what triggers this person, and they will manipulate this to try to make this person look bad. This is not good. For this situation to correct and go right and be where it should be, like you wouldn't put your effort towards somebody if you didn't think they were worth it. So I'm just acknowledging that part. these people could undo your effort. So put up a buffer between you and them if possible. They could undo your effort. Be aware of that. I feel like for these people, these people you could go in guns a-blazing. And quite frankly, when you're being extra cautious and careful with this one person, it may build up that you're like, it's hard for you to contain it, but you do. So if you're going to vent that out, if these people are trying to cause problems, that might be the place to vent it out. I'm not saying you should. I'm saying if you have to. I'm not saying you should. Because I'm like, I know that's quite a thing. So, block. I see you being successful with the energy that needs a little bit more care, more strategy, kind of like, all right, let's handle this a certain way. Let's talk about it a certain way. This energy, this needs to be blocked. I feel like you're the block between this and the one that's fixing it. Because the one that you're needing to do differently, I do feel like, especially the way, I do feel like you're probably going to handle that. I feel like you kind of know that probably already. Maybe that part of that whole reading, maybe it gave you some pointers, maybe. But it's more about identifying who it is, and then it's like blocking these people. Because if you can block them, the situation will correct faster than you expect. And I feel like we can be on point. If they know you're an ally towards this person, with this person, I do feel like they'll think about it twice before they start. I mean, I don't think anybody's that dumb. Like, if they've seen you go off, I know I said dumb, alright, when I said it. If they've seen you go off before and they know the energy you have behind you, I think they'll think twice before they start this situation up because they don't want to mess with you. I'm seeing this Nine of Pentacles. In truth, you may be more self-sufficient, but if they at least get the perception that you're not going to let them screw this up, and if this is a business thing, that could be very true, because in business sense, you might not be hanging out with this person, maybe you're not best buddies, but if they're going to screw up the work you did to correct this, then I feel like you would easily step forward and be like, oh no, I'm not going to let you destroy what I created here because we're doing what we should be doing. I do feel like they'll back off. It may be a misperception on their side, and I feel like you might be able to promote that misperception, but I don't think it's a bad thing. If you don't want to do that, that's totally understandable, because I just feel like it's not that bad, but it's kind of like these people, instead of allowing them to screw things up, kind of shutting them down in a way. The more this person who has to correct what's going on here is left to their own devices, like not in the sense of like completely, but like you give them direction, you keep an eye on them, making sure they're going where they need to go. The more they're left to do it on their own, and you're the one connecting to make sure it's working out, and you keep this energy away from it, the stronger they get. I also feel like this person's going to feel like they can trust you, and you're going to get loyalty from this person. You will get some loyalty from this person. They'll tell you things that they normally keep private because they trust you. They're going to move forward stronger, especially because they felt like you respected them. You addressed what they did right. You also addressed why it had to change. You seemed to say it the way they needed to hear it. This person also seems to understand that, you have your way of speaking, and that you it's kind of like maybe not everybody could talk to them the way you talk to them, but they seem to respect that the way you normally say things, you did go out of your way to do the best to communicate it on their terms. They seem to respect that. They'll communicate with you more. They may feel like you're loyal to them, and for that, they will be loyal to you back. The question is if you want this person in that context, because I keep getting this Nine of Pentacles. You seem to be more autonomous to this connection, but the loyalty is there because of their perception. I wouldn't ruin it, but it's kind of like if you want that, this is somebody you could trust going forward because of the way it seems like it's not lost on them that you're taking the extra time to try to relate it to them on their terms. Is it going completely the way they'd like? No, but they seem to understand that this is the best you can do for the way you communicate. They get it. They get that you're making the effort. They just want the effort. And they have respect for that. And you will get loyalty because of it. Um, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I'm like, is there something else I need to say? And I'm like, that's kind of it. All right, I think that's good. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.